This is what you need to know. The high-stakes depositions of Bill and Hillary Clinton as both face questions under oath in connection with Congress's Epstein investigation. The showdown over AI in the military, the Pentagon at odds with the company behind the Claude chatbot in their fight over who gets to set the rules. The roommate caught on camera doing this in the kitchen. Plus, hear from the man behind the wheel when a sinkhole suddenly opens up under his vehicle. And a baby born weighing just 1 pound finally goes home. We have much more what you need to know. I'm Jay O'Brien from ABC News. This is what you need to know. We'll show you the new tower coming to the World Trade Center and the final farewell for Reverend Jesse Jackson. But first, the big story. Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton were both deposed as part of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation by the House Oversight Committee. The rare closed-door testimony in Chappaqua, New York, where the Clintons live. It comes after the Clintons initially fought the subpoenas, calling them legally invalid, ultimately agreeing to be deposed after threats of contempt of Congress. Both Clintons have denied knowledge of Epstein's crimes, and Hillary Clinton saying she never met Epstein. Lawmakers saying they're seeking answers about Epstein's network and who knew what when. Rounds of U.S.-Iran nuclear talks in Geneva have ended without a deal. The Iranian foreign minister has claimed good progress, saying that technical talks will resume next week, but we have not heard the same positivity from the U.S. Iranian state television says negotiators argue that Iran has a right to continue enriching uranium for nuclear energy and are rejecting President Trump's demands to stop completely. Vice President J.D. Vance has told the Washington Post he doesn't know what the president's plans are, but that there is, quote, no chance of a drawn-out war in Iran. Recent satellite photos show a buildup of U.S. fighter jets and attack aircraft at a Jordanian airbase. Also in Saudi Arabia, American refueling tankers and transport and communications planes in place. Now Secretary of State Marco Rubio is set to travel to Israel on Monday, with Iran expected to be a top item on that agenda. The high-stakes showdown between AI maker Anthropic and the Pentagon reaching a boiling point this week with a $200 million contract on the line. Selena Wang breaks down what the technology can do and what both sides say the rules should be.
So Jay, you may have used ChatGPT before, but you may not have heard of a similar AI tool called Claude, made by the company Anthropic. Its AI models are so advanced that even the U.S. military uses them. But now that partnership is on the line. The Pentagon says it wants to use AI for all lawful purposes, but Anthropic says it's got clear red lines. They're against using AI and not humans to make final targeting decisions on the battlefield and for mass domestic surveillance of Americans. Now, the Pentagon says it has no intention of doing either, but argues Anthropic's guardrails could jeopardize military operations. The Pentagon is now threatening to terminate the partnership and blacklist the company. In response, Anthropic's CEO says they're committed to negotiating, but will not remove their safeguards. Now, this is a really big deal. This is a fight essentially over who sets the rules for who controls AI use in the military, the company that makes the technology or the government that's using it. No doubt whatever happens here could set the stage and determine how AI is used for our national security for years to come.
President Trump's nominee for Surgeon General was in the hot seat on Capitol Hill this week ahead of her confirmation vote. Senators grilled Dr. Casey Means on vaccines, and Means refused to rule out a debunked link between vaccines and autism.
The administration has just committed a huge amount of funding to look at the exposome of all environmental factors that could be contributing to autism. And until we have a clear understanding of why kids are developing this at higher rates, I think we should not leave any stones unturned.
Means is a wellness influencer and a close ally of Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is a longtime vaccine skeptic. Her license to practice medicine is not currently active. The committee will decide whether or not to advance her nomination for a full Senate vote. In California, a growing transit crisis is prompting calls for more federal dollars to support mass transit projects across that state. Politicians, transit unions, and planning agencies are pushing for additional funding as demand for public transportation continues to rise. Meanwhile, the California high-speed rail project is still under phase 1 of construction. It's already cost billions of dollars and faced a series of delays. Now to the celebration of life for Reverend Jesse Jackson. The service in Chicago marked the start of a multi-city farewell tour honoring the civil rights icon. Mourners paying their respects as his body lies in repose at the Rainbow Push Coalition headquarters before traveling to Washington, D.C. and then South Carolina, where Jackson was born. Jackson died last week at 84 years old. And here's what to watch. Pamela Smart is launching a new dramatic bid for freedom, challenging her conviction as an accessory to her husband's murder. Impact by Nightline investigates the crime, asking the question, was justice truly served, and should Pam Smart win her freedom? The Widow and the Wiretap is now streaming also right here on Disney+. And we've got much more What You Need to Know. Now to take three, the stories that you'll be talking about this weekend. Number three, a familiar name. It might ring a bell in the world of race car driving. 13-year-old Keenan Harvick is following in his father's footsteps by signing a driver development deal with Toyota. He is, again, just 13. He's the son of former racer Kevin Harvick, who won 63 NASCAR races in his career. The young driver has already found plenty of success, becoming the youngest ever winner at the Snowflake 125 Speedway in Florida. Number two, a golden doodle named Jet Blue, abandoned at a Las Vegas airport ticket counter, has found a forever home. Police say the pet was left behind after his owner walked away to catch a flight, leading to charges of animal abandonment. Thousands of applications for adoption poured in from around the world as the story spread. Jet Blue, though, was adopted by the police officer who responded to his rescue. And finally, number one, we could see winter athletes in the ballroom, possibly following the Winter Olympics in Milan. A few Team USA competitors are looking to be in the running for the competitive dance show Dancing with the Stars. And one of those includes the quad god himself, Ela Malinin, who has already learned some moves from pro Riley Arnold. Skaters Danny O'Shea and Amber Glenn also expressed strong interest and join in the upcoming season as well. Now to some quick hits. Other stories we're following for you this weekend. A California couple says their roommate poisoned them, allegedly spraying bug spray on their food inside their shared home. Deputies say they responded Tuesday to reports of suspected poisoning at a home in Santa Clarita. The couple says they became suspicious after months of illness and multiple trips to the emergency room. Surveillance video appears to show the roommate wearing a gas mask and spraying what looks like bug spray on groceries and produce.
So he goes around, starts at one side, spraying
where the veggies are.
Yeah.
Sprays the veggies.
Spraying everything that's ours there, goes all the way around, spraying it heavily, and then goes into our pantry, double sprays it, so it goes from the top to the bottom, make sure that he's coating everything very heavily, and then after that, he leaves.
The suspect was taken into custody after a standoff with deputies. The sheriff's office says the investigation is ongoing. For now, that roommate faces a felony charge, which brings the potential of up to 5 years in prison if convicted. We're also hearing from the people involved in that sinkhole opening up in Omaha, right under a pickup truck and an SUV. The drivers of both vehicles getting out safely. One of them called the whole thing surreal.
I basically just fell because it didn't even sink. It just went right down. I don't even remember that moment. So, like I said, I remember being there, and then I remember, looking up okay, I need to get out right now.
That gentleman helped to safety by 2 college basketball players. The cause of the sinkhole is still being investigated. And a big announcement for New York's World Trade Center Complex 2. World Trade Center will start construction this spring, the final office tower yet to be built as we approach the 25th anniversary of 9/11. America Express will build its new headquarters at the location. The 55-story building is expected to be completed by 2031. And one more thing before you go, a premature baby who spent 9 months in intensive care is finally home this weekend. She's well enough to leave the hospital, and this story has a special twist. Baby Mila was treated at a hospital in New Jersey by the same doctor who treated her mom, who was also a premature baby.
And my mom's eyes lit up and she's like, that's him. And I think in that moment, seeing how happy and excited she was gave me peace of mind.
When Mila was born, she weighed only 1 pound, 5 ounces. And that is what you need to know. For breaking news and live updates throughout the day, check out ABC News Live, streaming right here on Disney+.
New episodes streaming every day on Disney+.